Alright, so today, on the wonderful, lovely Gamingmadirocks, we're going to start our own software company. Now, a lot of you guys know that this is kind of one of those games that I really love. It's one of those, I love management games. Management games are such a richness in why this channel is what I want it to be. Yeah, I'm a gamer. I love video games. I want it to be a generalized feeling of, we have games from software, from, you know, I want to be able to showcase games that are creative games. This is going to be a channel about creativity. This is what I want it to be. I want it to be and then there might be the occasional tutorials and stuff on here that I might find useful for those of you who might need it. Like, like the Command and Conquer's video that I did, or the Radionomy. But the Radionomy thing is, to be honest with you, is no longer available anymore. It's something that I wouldn't play in my own right. So let's get into, before I continue to oh, okay. It just looks weird with the I thought I had any filters on my OBS. That's what I use to live stream with this. Um so let's get into it. Now, within this game, this is kind of what actually, let's go in and cancel. This is kind of what you get at the main set. You can also see that I've played this game a lot of times. That's my Angel Scorp. That's where I've been kind of working on my own company. This is kind of where I started it on a live stream, and I just want to bring it over to Windows, but starting bring over to YouTube, not Windows. Bringing it over to that, so you guys can kind of get the feel for it. Now, there are your name. You can say founder. We're gonna actually save my custom. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go. Hold on. I want to see if I have one saved. Yes, I do. Okay, this is where I do my founder, but instead we're gonna actually need to. We're gonna start with this kind of style here, but we're gonna change a few things. Because I do. I don't know. I usually like to wear a skirt. This is just me. We're just going in through showing you guys that you guys can create a whole bunch of different things. My hair. I really don't want to dye my hair, but I want it to kind of be like a really dark color, I guess. I don't know. We'll apply that there. Your legs, this is where you kind of get a lot of the feeling for the difference. Hold on. I want to make sure that the pants are the same thing as my shoes, because it doesn't look right to me. Apply that there. Let's go with our skin. We're going to use that color, not the color that it naturally gave it to me earlier. Let's get in. That's my eyebrows. Okay, that should be all right. Let's go with torso. We're gonna do that there, but actually no. Let's go over. I like the hoodie. Put it that way, and that looks all right. Having a little bit of the accent of that blue. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're gonna save this. Okay, just so that I can come back to it. You can take out a loan if you want. You can set up medium 1980. Do basically kind of what you want to set up your starting year. You know, you could start all the way in 2010. I'm gonna stick to the 80s because that's where I feel like it's giving you the fullness of the game. Um, Now we also got to think of, I like to play with hold on, I can't remember. No, I always like to play with this style here because dramatic and cocky. I don't know. It's just the way that I like to look at things. Like I like to be that just that's just the way I like to do things. Is like to be a little bit faster at learning things. Not really quite that social, and I'm a little bit more lazy at stuff. But hey. Now down here you will actually get the if you remember, because this is 11.3.8, is what I'm playing. I don't think, because one of the guys I was watching, I think he's using a mod. I don't remember. I don't know if I'm on the latest update. I might be on the non-test set. I think I'm on the test set. I'm not quite for sure. Um, Now we can say that we are. I'm setting up myself to do system in 2D. I could I could very well could start it in taking less into system, but I think we want to be able to get the most out of our company. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to start it off in generally doing um, things. So if we go in and we look at all of our, I like to have the multitasking be full, and then can't really handle project management, boost team compatibility. I think I want to do something like this, just because this is kind of something where I want to be able to handling hiring. I don't really want to handle that hiring, get into that thing right now. Um, Service is a basically a allowing us the chance to fix bug. We could handle disputes, we could handle marketing and stuff, but there isn't really need for it anyway. So we got everything that I really want to do and set up here. Um, let's go with our game company. So our game company is going to be now. I've done our Windows is kind of something I've been doing on a Facebook or thing like that. I also have done Angels Corp. Is another thing. I think we need to think of something of a good name, because I did our Windows just because I was doing it based off of Windows, like the operating system Windows, but it it was the company instead of it being that way. But I think we could go with uh hold on. I think we could go with let's do this. No, vanilla. Vanilla INC. Now, Vanilla INC, I think we'll go with that. I don't know. It just sounded interesting. Interesting, and it's also on the can too, on my orange vanilla. Really love Coke, you know. Um, let's go. Let's. You could pick and start in a garage, apartment, or a skyscraper. Um, I would personally, since it's only going to be you, I would highly start in a garage and maybe work your way up to getting your own place. In terms, I'd probably maybe get around to 2000. You should probably roughly between 2000 to 2006. My mileage may vary based on what software you're doing, but the way that we're going to start it will be a good way. Um, You could also custom create your own maps, which I would maybe show that in maybe a side episode on this. So I'm only going to be playing this until roughly about 1981. Give you guys a little bit of that suspense and stuff. Um, you when you get in, I'd highly recommend that you try pausing it before you get into the day because it's going to cut it off, cut it down, pet your pay anyway. Um, Now we don't want to start with develop software just quite yet. Um, Now this is everything within the base game of Software Inc. We have this table here that we could probably um, use, and I think going with the regular table I think will be good. Normally you for yourself you really don't need a lot of things. Let's get in our old computer here. We got the executive chair. We also got the office chair. Since it's me myself, um, polished chair, no wheels though. For maximum chairing, it does have an improved environment, so I think we will. I always like to go with the executive chair because it does do things. Now, that's what you need at the moment. You could probably get in another person now, but I'd highly recommend that you stay off of that. Um, because frankly, you want to be able to get enough people. You want to be able to get enough money to be able to support it. The only thing I'm going to buy right now is kind of generally like an inbox, basically because we're gonna set up eventually. But you don't. I don't know if you really should spend no money on this. But I'm going to anyway. Just because the inbox does improve on some programming, does improve on some designing, some artistry, and some service. And since I'm mainly lead, that's probably where you should probably have is a lot of the inbox, so that you can get more into lead. Okay, so now we are done with that. Now you can see we could develop software, but I would highly stay away from a lot of developing on software stuff because for now, we'll definitely be doing an antivirus system at a later point in time. And we could go with networking, but there's no networking right now. There's no way of supporting it. No tech level for it. And it would cost us basically about 2 years with 3 designers, 5 programmers, and 2 artists. It's only going to require me 1 artist. If I don't put anti-theft in there, it requires 2. But that's alright. It doesn't really matter too much. We'll get into the more developing software later. Might start that, develop, and maybe see where things go. Let's go. We're gonna want to, when you start the game, you want to go for a lot of contract work. Look at the high income amounts, and since the way that I have things set up, we can accept 3 applications a month, whereas because we have we have 3 in everything except an art, 2D art, so things are going to go a lot smoother. Now, audio, not so much because we don't have anything. We have concrete 0 in audio. So let's go. Let's accept the work. Now, some of the things that you get here is you get assigned develop. You can assign it to certain teams. We'll be getting to a lot of managing teams at a later time. Right now, nothing you need to worry about, and we'll get to probably hiring an employee this episode. So just basically, we'll hire employee benefits as well. We're not going to worry about pensions just quite yet. Don't worry about this. We'll get to it later. And these things, market, we don't have anything to release yet, so things don't really need to worry. If you're releasing something, most of the upcoming software, and check all the software that's out there. The software times. Don't worry about the market stuff until you get to making your own software. So let's get in. Let's get rolling on the simulation here. Now, these shouldn't take too much. It's a lot of it is just system work. Let's go. Let's develop that one there. And then we'll click develop, slowly develop everything slowly. Then we're going to promote, and finish you off, and promote and finish. So now let's go in. We're going to gather 3 more applications. Always try to get them roughly about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. That's how I like to do things. And I usually don't develop. I usually take time to, say, slowly do a lot of developing early on. Now, I usually wait until about roughly the end of 1980, usually. Sometimes I might do it a little bit early on, where I might develop a little bit earlier on the process and stuff. So we're going to promote here, we'll finish that off, and then we'll do the same thing on everything here. Try to finish it off by the end of the day is definitely a thing. Now, as you can see, we're starting to get the higher end stuff. So let's accept that gaming asset while we're working. And then do that, because that way we can develop and the art won't be such a bad thing. Once we get the art done, we're finishing that off, and these won't take as long. Art will take a lot longer if you do the route that I'm going. We'll accept that work there. We'll accept a gaming asset as well, because we don't have much of anything now. When you need to manage some staff, this early on, it's not potent to hire anybody. Just call cleaning and call IT, because they're definitely going to just be there. You know, the IT guy might be sitting there waiting. Promote and finish you off, and then promote and finish you off, because as you can see, we're not doing too terrible right now. We'll take that logistics and we'll take that game asset. Because this is probably about the time where I could probably build, but we're going to wait a little while until I have at least good enough amount of money for it. Because the better money that we have, and we can promote and finish that off, and we can promote and then finish you off as well. Get a lot of money off for it. Because now we're just accepting 2 applications a month. I could probably go for a thing like that, but it does require 2 programmers recommended. Which isn't a great idea to do anyway. So we'll finish off with everything there. We finished it off early, so we'll probably be sitting there for a little bit that day. Now we got that logistics application. I think what we'll do is let's try our hands at a higher develop. Well, finish you off, and we'll just make sure that that's the only one that we're working on. Develop. It will probably have it done next month, for sure, because, you know, frankly, we only been able to do 1 this month. We'll accept the game assets, but we have that as a higher priority. Promote and finish you off. We'll develop. Because I do this until roughly, I sometimes will do it a little bit earlier than normal. On getting the applications and stuff. Because having enough by 19... now, the other thing I'm going to do for these next couple of months, we can go into financial. Let's go to insurance and savings account. I'm going to roughly put in about... put in deposit about that much into our bank, because we want to make sure that we look at our finances. Basically, we're losing about $375 a month. If we can basically get our salary, basically 375. If we can get the, how can I put this way, the interest that we make on it, if we can get more on that, we're doing better off. That's why I always deposit a little bit each month. So we'll accept that one. We'll also accept the embedded application. And I think we'll accept that, a gaming asset as well, because I think we can get it done this month. Promote you. Promote and finish you off. Develop there. Promote, finish. Yep, we got it done. Okay, so we got that 200. Let's go with, no, we do need to call cleaning and call IT, so we'll do, we didn't call cleaning either. You know it. Let's go over here, insurance and savings again. Now, as you can see, we have about 99 in accrued interest. So let's go 29 point, no. I don't think it's a point, it's comma 333. Okay? No, 233, deposit that there. That's going to basically tell us that we have 100,000 this month. And we are not accruing anything. Hold on. We might as well pause it. I don't do things like most people where they use a keyboard and shortcuts. I don't like doing that very much. And that's probably why sometimes when I'm playing like Age of Empires or things of that nature, I'm not really in that kind of set mindset. But we'll promote and finish you off. I think we can promote and finish you off as well. Okay, let's check up on our insurances. Now we have accrued about 247 in accrued. So go 116, 072. But we actually no, we want to take out that one there though. We only want to deposit enough to keep me at 100K. Okay, let's accept that one. I don't think we can get much of any. See, we're getting like these high-end income stuff. So we'll develop you, because since that's all, and then we can promote and finish you off. Okay, so now let's look at our finances. We are making accrued interest. We are making roughly about, last month we made 394. That's basically, we're now starting to make more than we can get there. So let's go with 8, 471. Okay? And then I think finances, interest. We're only making 174 in interest. But I think we could hire somebody now, in terms of some things. So let's go to hire an employee. Now, since we are working on a we're going to want to make sure that they have room. So we're going to duplicate that. We're going to move that because I don't really need that for myself. So let's do that there. And then we'll basically make sure that we have our people well covered, noise canceling. Let's see, what else do we need? We got our computer. I'm going to give them a small little plant, I guess, because I have a little bit of that. Let's go. Let's just put a table plant there. We're also going to need to have food. So I think what we'll do is we need to basically place a water bin. We also could probably put in that there. I guess I shouldn't have moved it. Well, we still moved it anyway because we still had to make another one anyway. We need the fridge. Fridge there. So that means now our employee can come in and bring his own lunch, have water there just in case he needs it. We could probably get coffee, but I'm not gonna really put that there because frankly, I don't want to spend too much money early on. We are now, what we want to do is I want to be able to look for somebody, since we are going to be mainly doing an antivirus software, let's get a programmer. We're going to expend low salary, overall skill, and everything that we can possibly get, including costs, and then we'll begin looking for the team. Now we want great compatibility. Okay. I think this should be okay. I don't mind him being a little bit more lazy, I guess. Age-wise, you're cheaper though. No, you're even cheaper. But you're super lazy. I don't want somebody super lazy. I think we'll hire you because, frankly, I don't want any super lazy people. So let's hire you. And we should now be able to, we kind of got our 2 people here. We could probably get a 3rd one, but I wouldn't risk it because, frankly, you want to be able to make sure that you can withstand your company. So let's, we could start development on a software. If we do so, let's go with an antivirus. We're going to probably get everything that we can in possibly 1 right now. If we don't do anything, we could also go in, let's go into advanced, let's go with an existing framework. We're going to go with the most modern framework, okay? Because we only have 2 people roughly. And if we add all of these things here, we'll keep the tech level the same. We'll just put all of this in available to us. Now we could reduce, that's going to take us about a year if we don't put password management on there. Well, it's still going to take us about a year anyway. It's actually going to take us less than a year. This is going to take us about a year. So I think that should be all right. We do need 3, it's recommending 3 designers, 5 programmers, and an artist. We can start it now. Maybe, you haven't picked a name for software, nope. Okay, so we got to pick our name. Now, in creating our software, we're going to call this, vanilla. We're going to call this one, we're not going to use, let's do it vanilla. No, I'm actually going to call it vanilla, all caps, and then we'll type in bytes. Vanilla bytes is basically what we're going to call this. It does not have the, no, it could vanilla. I don't know. That's how I'm going to pronounce it anyway. So now we can go into next. Now, as you can see, we are going to be using PowerSuite 4, but I also want to make sure that we're using the best quality right now, which is PowerSuits 5, which is using the latest technology, which is great. So we don't need, whoops, we do need to choose a tool, so we'll use PowerSuits 5, because that's basically going to get us some things there. We'll do int and frames. We'll put it on both. I could probably just say, if we look at the software, and we want to look at mostly the active users, where the most active users are, which they're asking us for int 3 and frame OS. That's probably a good starting point. I think we will go with int 4 and frame OS 3 because these are two new operating systems that have just recently been released. We'll do with these ones. We know that these ones are in the older possibility, but I think we'll do those. And we're gonna remove the frames OS 3. We might port them to those as well, but I think we'll stick with those because those are newer operating systems and stuff. So let's go with next page. Now this is where you can get really creative and really, not really creative, but more of take a look at, see how I want to do less active, but you want to come down here and say, okay, so we have licensing costs going to cost us about 816. We want to make sure that our expected interest is about 100%. If we don't, there's going to be some things that might, it's better just to have 100%. I don't know what you would want to do. Publisher royalties are going to take about 26.3% of our royalties, which is all right. Frankly, we are a new company. We want somebody to help us. We could say funding, but we don't want any funding for it. Operating exclusivity, release schedule, nope. We'll do it. We'll handle everything ourselves except for marketing and printing early on. And it's going to be by Age Digital. We could do set up product management. We have no project anyway. So let's click develop. Now, while we're developing, you want to take control of contract works. I'm going to end that there, though, for today. Maybe you guys will see how well this starts on iteration. Let's just run it a little bit here just to see. We'll accept both of those work. We'll put these at a higher priority, always put them at a high priority. Then doing that. Because then you can get things done. So I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want to come back and first off, let me check my finances here. Basically, our bills, maintenance. With maintenance, it just construction is what really got us there. But as you can see, it was $375. Our creditors only have $189. So I'm not gonna go too far in today. Come back on the next video. On the next episode, we will see how well vanilla bites. We'll see how well our process goes with 2 people, and see how well things handle. I hope that we can get through because every time I've tested this game out, I've always flopped. I've gotten as far as 2026 as far as I've gotten. 2026, which I hope we last that long, but I hope we last even longer. But there's times where I've overdone myself. Don't overdo it. Think about all the how much money you have. Right now, you can handle up to 2 people. Don't hire more than what you can handle. So 2 people. This guy, this lady. I think it's a lady. Managed employees. Catherine. Yep. She will eventually get most of some of that system and audio and 2D and stuff there. You could have probably gone into more of designing and hiring, but I just chose it that way. There's some other things that I do want to mention. That you can change your roles to say any role. or things. We're just gonna leave that as a main thing for now because we don't want to mess too much up. So we'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll maybe get Manil Byte started um, on more better operating, better equipment. I don't know. So we'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, I don't know if they're. Sometimes I do forget to do this, but if not, there's 2 videos here that you can check up on. That YouTube. One is going to be a video that YouTube things. Another one's going to be a another video that I think that you would like not what YouTube would like, but I think that you would like, and we'll see you then. So bye.